Hello everyone. I am going to start a new topic for you people, which is related to relation and functions actually of class 12. Have you ever think about the combination of functions actually? We have done so many operations in the relation, in sets. So many different operations are there. Union, intersection, complement, difference, and so many different operations. And now we are going to explain, actually, we are going to discuss one important properties of functions. That means we can easily combine two or more functions. Okay, composition of functions. Composition of composite function or composition of functions. Composite function means we can easily combine two or more functions. Very simple topic. So we'll explain step by step. Actually, from the name of the topic only, we have come to know what is actually composition of function. Composition of combination of two or more functions. When we combine two or more functions, then obviously we'll have a new function. And that function is generally known as composite function or composition of function. Just like as union of two set itself is a set, intersection of two set itself is a set. Similarly, after having the composition of two or more functions, we will have a new function. And that function is known as composite function. Remember, composition of function or composite function always contains two or more functions. But overall, it will be considered a single function. So, first of all, we will discuss what is the definition of composite function. So, the definition is, so obviously, composition of function means combination of two or more functions. Now I am consider two different functions. F is a function from A to B and G is a function from B to C. Remember how many different ways, actually how many what is the way that we have to consider the functions. F is a function from A to B, but remember you have to consider a second function where the domain set is the codomain of the first function. Okay, B2 functions. Then the composition of F and Z denoted by Z naught F. This is the representation. If F is considered first and Z is considered second, then the composition will be Z naught F. Actually, different authors mention or say that this one symbol as different ways. So just I am saying that Z naught F, or you can say that Z of F. Okay, so Z naught F means whenever we have to write down the composition of two functions, we have to actually we will use this symbol like that, Z naught F. If F is the first function and Z is the second function. So let me explain first. Whatever maybe the function will be there on the right hand side, it will be the first function, and in the left hand side it will be the second function. That means from the first one, from the right hand side, we will consider a function as first, second, third, fourth, fifth, like that. Okay, defined as the function at Z naught F will be defined from A to C. If F is a function from A to B and Z is a function from B to C, then their composition, what is the composition? Z naught F will define from what? From A to C. Given by Z naught F of X is equal to Z of F of X for all X belongs to A. Okay, for the composite function Z naught F, A is the domain and C is the codomain. From the given definition only, Z naught F, in case of Z naught F, which one is the first function? F. Which one is the second function? Z. Remember that the domain of the first function, what is A actually? A is the domain of the function F. The domain of the first function is the domain of the composite function. And what is C? C is the codomain of the second function. That's why, that means in case of the composite function, the codomain of the second function will be considered as the codomain of the composite of Z naught F. That means, observe once again, what is the domain of any composite function? Of any composite function. Whenever we will compose two or more functions, then the domain will be the domain of the first function. Whatever may be the first function, its domain will be the domain of the composite. And what about the codomain of the composite function? The codomain of the second function is the codomain of the composite. And it will be always defined as Z naught F of X equal to Z of F of X. for all x belongs to A. That means for any domain element, their function will be defined as like that. So let us consider the arrow diagram. Observe carefully. Three sets are there, A, B, and C. F is a function from A to B, and G is a function from B to C. Let x be the domain element for the function F. আমি যদি x নামৰ এটা এলিমেন্ট এৰ পৰা কনসিডাৰ কৰো, then the image of x under the function f will be f of x. It is known to you. f or under domain element বিলাকৰ image to f of x হ'ব. যদি মই a বুলি কনসিডাৰ কৰো, f of a, c বুলি কনসিডাৰ কৰিলে f of c, z কনসিডাৰ কৰিলে f of z it will be. Again for the function z, as z is defined from b to c, g to যেহেতু b পৰা c লৈ ডিফাইন কৰা হৈছে, এখানে g নামৰ ফাংশনটোৰ কাৰণে b সেট টু ডোমেইন সেট হ'ব। সেই কাৰণে ইয়াত থকা প্ৰত্যেকটো এলিমেন্টৰ ইয়াত ইমেজ থাকিব। ফাংশনৰ বেসিক ডেফিনিশন, টু বি এ ফাংশন all the elements of the first set should have a unique image. এটা যদি ইয়াৰ পৰা ইয়ালে ফাংশন হয় তেনে ইয়াত থকা প্ৰত্যেকটো এলিমেন্টৰ ইমেজ থাকিব। তেনে এই এলিমেন্টৰ ইমেজ থাকিব, g কাৰণে ই আমাৰ ডোমেইন এলিমেন্ট হৈ গল। What is the image of this element under the function g? Obviously আমি এনেকে লিখিম যেনেকে আমি কি লিখিছিলো f of x লিখিছিলো, similarly আমি যদি এটুক যদি আমি x বুলি কনসিডাৰ কৰো, suppose মই এটো y বুলি ললো, y, then it will be what? Obviously g of y, g of y. Then what is y actually? F of x. So g of f of x. Observe carefully. Under the function f, x or image ki f of x. মই ধৰিলো to y বুলি. What is y? Y is the domain element for z. Z কাৰণে y domain element হৈ গল। তেনে z obviously y obviously image থাকিব z under। তেনে তাক আমি কি কম? g of y. But what is y actually? F of x. That's why I have written f of x. তাৰ মানে কি দেখিলো? Then যে f2 a পৰা b লৈ g2 যদি b পৰা c লৈ যায় তেনে x নামৰ এলিমেন্টৰ ওভাৰ লাষ্টত গৈ কেনেকা নহয় g of f of x. Remember, if two functions are considered in such a way, then the function from a to c direct function, আমি a পৰা c লৈ যেটো ফাংশন কনসিডাৰ কৰিম হেতু কোৱা হ'ব g not f. ভালকে বাৰ চলাই দেখিবা, f to first function চোৱা, ফাৰ্ষ্টৰে গৈছিল, যেটো কি সেকেন্ড ফাংশন। Then for the function g not f, what is the domain element? X. G not f নামৰ ফাংশনটোৰ domain element first set to কি a, second set কি codomain set to c. Then all the elements of the set a are the domain elements for the composite function g not f. Then ইয়াত থকা প্ৰত্যেকটো এলিমেন্টৰ ইমেজ পাম। Then আমি কি কম? g not f নামৰ যেটো ফাংশন পালো, এই ফাংশনটোৰ আন্ডাৰত domain element যেটো আমি x পাইছো তাৰ ইমেজ কিমান দেখাইছে? ইমেজ তো obviously g of y, তাৰ মানে এটো কি দেখাইছে? g of f of x দেখাইছে। Okay, so g not f of x, x নামৰ domain element to image g not f for under x নামৰ domain element to image আমি কিমান পাইছো? এটো পাইছো, এটো x ৰ image এটো দেখাইছে ডাইৰেক্ট, x ৰ image y, y image এটো, তাৰমানে ওভাৰঅল x ৰ image এটো দেখাইছে। তেনে x নামৰ domain element এটো এটা ফাংশন দে, দুটা ফাংশন কম্পোজ কৰি আমি এটা ফাংশনলৈ কনভাৰ্ট কৰিছো। এই ফাংশনটোৰ এলিমেন্টত এই domain এলিমেন্টৰ ইমেজ কি দেখাইছে? g of f of x for all x. x to core element আছিল, domainৰ এলিমেন্ট। এটা মই যদি x to কাৰ এলিমেন্ট, তুমি কবা domainৰ এলিমেন্ট। কাৰ domain? তো এটা ফাংশন আছে, obviously first function to domain হ'ব। first function কোনটো? মই কৈছো right hand side বাছাবা, f to first function। ইয়াৰ যেটো domain তাৰ এলিমেন্ট, x to তেনলে f ৰ domain, first function to f ৰ domain। f ৰ domain to কি দেখাইছে? a, তেনলে x to কৰ পৰা আহিছে? a পৰা আহিছে। and codomain to কি? তুমি কবা second set to codomain to composite function to codomain হয়। Then what is the second function? Z. What is the codomain of Z? C. Therefore, the codomain of the composite function is Z. This is a basic definition. Composite function is nothing but the combination of two or more functions. We can easily combine two or more functions to have a new function. What is the domain of the composite function? The domain of the first function itself the domain of the composite function. What is the codomain of the composite function? The codomain of the second function is the codomain of the composite function. So this is the definition. Remember that this is the main important topic. G not f of x equal to g of f of x. Very simple. What is the first function? It is the more enake swa ace of z at first function kuntu z, at second function kuntu h. What is the domain of the function composite g not h? H not z. Did I come? The domain of z is the domain of the composite function. What is the codomain of the composite function h not z? I become the codomain of h is the codomain of the composite function H naught G. Very simple explanation is there. Okay, so let us discuss few questions. Remember, what about F naught G? Which one is the first function? G. G2, what is the domain of the composite function F naught G? Tumalake koba je first function to domain here composite to domain. A first function to G. G domain ki asil? C. Then a function C par define kora hobo. Kole jabo. What is the codomain? Tumalake koba second function to codomain here codomain. More A expression to second function ki F. F or codomain ki asil? F naught function to. Oh, sorry. Etu মোৰ ভুল হৈছে মানে মই ডিফাইন কোড অলপ গণ্ডগোল কৰি থৈ আহিছো সেই কাৰণে f not g আৰু g not f আমি একেলগে ডিফাইন কৰিব নোৱাৰো আমি প্ৰথম কথা দুইটা বেলেগ ধৰণে ডিফাইন কৰি ল'ব লাগিব তেতিয়াহে পাৰিম তাৰ মানে আমি g2 কোৰ পৰা যাব লাগিব g2 c ৰ পৰা b লৈ যাব লাগিব আৰু যদি f2 b ৰ পৰা a লৈ যায় তেতিয়া হলে তাহাতৰ কম্পোজিট টু c পৰা লৈ যাব তাৰ মানে এইটো কথা কৈছো আমি ডাইৰেক্টলি ভুল হ'ব মই যদি g2 C পৰা A লৈ ডিফাইন অ C পৰা B লৈ ডিফাইন কৰো আৰু F2 যদি মই B পৰা A লৈ ডিফাইন কৰো তেহলে তাহাতৰ কম্পোজিট কোনটো হ'ব F not G হ'ব obviously কেলে G to first function হয় তেনে এটো F এফলে বহিব এটো কোপা কলে ডিফাইন হ'ব এটো obviously G ৰ ডোমেইন কি আছিল C পৰা কলে ডিফাইন হ'ব obviously A লৈ ডিফাইন হ'ব উল্টাকে so depending upon the define of these functions we can easily write down their composite so g not f not g and g not f may or may not be same keteba hobo pare jodi if the function f and z is defined on the same set f is a function from a to a b z is a function from a to a also then their composite f not g and g not f may be equal but it is not true always may be equal composite of two function may be equal or may not be equal so let me explain one specific question for you people. What is the question actually? What is given? Okay. Find g not f and f not g if f is a function from real number to real number and g is also a function from real number to real number are given by f of x is defined as cos x and g of x is defined as 3x square and you have to show that their composite is not equal. That means composition of two functions is not commutative. Commutative means f not b g not f is not equal to f not g. Let us try to simplify. So, given, what is given there? F is a function from real number to real number defined by f of x equal to keneke dise cos x. And g is a function from again from real number to real number defined by g of x equal to ki dise 3x square. Okay, now first of all we try to find out g not f. Eta kotha to g not f to kor pra kole define kora hobo. Yet first function kuntu f or domain to ki asil real number tele real number par define hobo kole jabo second function or jitu codomain hoy second function to jole gose tale jabo second function to kole gose real number then real number define hobo keno kathone ami define korim such that g not f of x equal to kiman hobo g of f of x hobo for all x belongs to ki real number. Okay, now let us try to find out. Therefore g of f of x equal to from the definition it will be g of f of x. From the definition it will be okay g of f of x it will be g of f of x. What is f of x? It is already defined f of x equal to cos x. So in place of f of x we can easily write down cos x obviously. So for the function g this is a domain element obviously karon eta function or pisot bracket or bhitor g2 expression thake tak domain element boli consider kora jay. Eta function or bracket or bhitor g2 expression thake tak ami hoda ki ko domain element tele obviously domain element hoy gol ami buji pabor kane simplification purpose kane for the purpose of simplification we have considered this one is suppose p mo p boli consider korisu where p is equal to cos x ami tak cos x boli consider korisu p boli consider korisu dekhibole eta g of p likha lagise according to the definition of g of x is equal to what g of x equal to 3x square then g of p equal to 3p square hoy gol p means what cos x whole square tamane you can say that it will be 3 cos square x. We have got the value for g naught f. So let us try to find out the value of f naught g. F naught g of x. So f naught g of x is equal to f of g of x. Okay. Then already I have told that at a function or pisot bracket or bit g2 expression thake ta khode ami domain element boli bhabe lage. Tamane etu f of x likha hole amar etu x hoy. Kintu what is the value of g of x? Question to g of x or value kiman dia asil? G of x is always equal to 3x square. Tenle moi yaje 3x square bahai dim. 3x square. It is my domain element. For the simplification purpose, let us consider this one as q. Moine cube lead hoilesu, where q is equal to 3x square. It is made hoilesu. It is f of x likha thakile. So according to the definition of function, what is the value of f of x? F of x equal to cos x. F of p equal to cos p. F of z is equal to cos z. So f of q equal to cos q. But cos to me nije consider koila bostu. Actually, what is the value of cos x? Or q? I mean q value to nije consider koilo. So what is the value of q? Q is equal to 3x square. So after replacing the value of q, we have got cos of 3x square. Rd equal? No. As 3 cos square x is not equal to what? Cos 3x square. Therefore, g naught f is not equal to f naught g. Very simple procedure. Tumalokok ma khali eta kotha koi thau. Just listen carefully. This one may or may not be applicable for all the students. So listen carefully. This one may or may not be applicable for all the students. Kismane directly koibo para, kintu nijor hubidhar karone ami consider koile bhal. For example, a element amar domain element hoise kar karone g namor function to karone. Yak jodi ami eta simple letter hisabe eta consider koile eta symbol or represent jodi korai lom am bujibole bhal hoy tene g of p. If g of x equal to 3x square, then g of p equal to 3p square. Bujibole bhal hoise. So after writing this one, you have to replace the value of p and then simplify. Examot ketiba ahe simplify kobole tita enoka no dangor function bilak g bilak x or place or replace kora thake, you have to consider the expression as a new symbol, then try to simplify. It will help you to remove the difficulty of the or decrease the difficulty level of the question, and then you can easily simplify. So we have got g naught f is not equal to f of g always. Okay, so let us consider or let us discuss in two different questions. What are the questions? First question is that we have got the two new questions. First question is this one. What is the first question? F is equal to greatest integer of x, where greatest integer of x is this one symbol is known as greatest integer function. This is known to you. Greatest integer iama hodai ইয়ার x জায়গা তুমি জি নাম্বারে নবহুয়া আনসারটো আমা হদাই ইন্টিজার দিব আর ইন্টারেস্টিং কথা ডাঙৰ ইন্টিজারটো দিয়ে সেই কাৰণে ইয়াক গ্ৰেটেস্ট ইন্টিজার ফাংশন বুলি কোৱা হয় মনত পেলাই দিছে বা কথাটো গ্ৰেটেস্ট ইন্টিজার মানে কি সো এটা কথাটো হল 2.5 2.6 সাপোজ ইয়াৰ জি নাম্বারে নবহুয়া এনি রিয়েল নাম্বার ইউ ক্যান পুট ইন প্লেস অফ x বাট ইয়োর রিজাল্ট উইল বি এন ইন্টিজার হদাই ইন্টিজার থাকে আমি যদি এটা ফাংশন হিচাপে কনসিডার কৰিলো ডোমেইন সেট টু এনি রিয়েল নাম্বার এটো ডোমেইনৰ প্লেস হয় কাৰণ এটো x অফ প্লেস দেখিছো এই ডোমেইনৰ এলিমেন্টটো কিন্তু এই রাইট হ্যান্ড সাইডে রেঞ্জ আহে সো হোৱাট ইজ দ্য ভ্যালু অফ 2.6 আমি এটা যদি নাম্বার লাইন ডাল চাও এটো 1 এটো 2 এটো 3 2.6 টো এনেকা জায়গাত আহিছে সো হোৱাট ইজ দ্য গ্ৰেটেস্ট ইন্টিজার 2.6 তিতা হদাই মন ৰাখিবা জিবিলাক নন ইন্টিগ্ৰেল মানে জিবিলাক ইন্টিজার নহয় হেবিলাকৰ যদি গ্ৰেটেস্ট ইন্টিগ্ৰেল ভ্যালু খুধে তাৰ লেফটত থকা ইন্টিজার হদাই কনসিডার কৰিবা সো ইয়াৰ ভ্যালু হৈছে তাতকে সৰু ইন্টিজাৰটো 2.9 মহদাই কৈছো লেফটত থকা ইন্টিজাৰটো 2.9 যদিও 3 উচৰ হয় কিন্তু ইউ হ্যাভ টু থিংক এবাউট দ্য ইন্টিজার হুইচ লাইজ অন দ্য লেফট হ্যান্ড সাইড অফ দ্যাট নাম্বার নন ইন্টিগ্ৰেল নাম্বার সো 2.9 বুলি কলো 2.9999999 then also it will be true কিন্তু 3.1 এটা 3 আহিলে কিন্তু 3.01 3 3.00001 3 হদাই লেফটলে চাবা so using that condition And g of x is a function which is defined as modulus of x. It gives us always positive value, -1. Then you have to find the value of f naught g naught half minus g naught f of minus half. So let us try to find out the value. What is actually? So given f of x is equal to what? Gettish integer of x. It will give us x or jega tumi g real number e consider na kora kintu answer hora integer paba. Ta mane Gettish integer of function or range set to hodai integer hoy. Domain to ki hoy? Any real number you can consider, but range set is always a set of integers. And g of x is equal to what? Modulus of x minus 1. Now we'll try to find it out. F naught g of half equal to, from the definition it will be f of g of half. G of x is equal to modulus of x minus 1. Tela kamera kor mo bracket all of change kori disu. Thik eta kok. G of half. G of x equal to kiman dekhase modulus of x minus 1. G of x equal to kiman dekhase modulus of x minus 1. Mo jodi theta boli ko modulus of theta minus 1. It constant quantity change noy. G of phi modulus of phi minus 1. Then g of half mane kiman? Modulus of half minus 1. Modulus or bhitor lekha symbol tur value kono change noy. He hora positive value die. Tamar numerical quantity same thakibo. Khali quantity tur positive hoi jay. Then ami kiman likhim? F of modulus of half mane half e hoi thake minus 1. Eti kiman hobo? Simplify kora. Half minus 1 minus half hoi thakile. Eta kotha tu hol. Eta f of etu swa bujibo karone f of eta moi f of x buli hobo karon function tar bhitor thoka expression tok domain buli jana jay. E domain element minus of x. Function to keneke define korse f of x equal to Gettish integer of x. F of x equal to Gettish integer of x. F of x Gettish integer of x koise. Mur x mane kiman ase? Minus half. Ba mi ya keneke likhibo paru? Minus 0.5 likhibo paru. Eta mo number line tomalok dekhai dim. Etu 0, etu minus 1, etu 1. 0.5 bili gole enoka jegale jabo. Oh sorry, eta amak ki lage 0. Minus 0.5 ta mane number yala ahile. Eta a number to Gettish integer value kiman moi koisu g bilak non integer and non integer, non integer. Integer kak koy? Natural number and their negatives including 0. He bilak integer koy. Ekin non integer hoy. এই নন ইন্টিগ্রাল বিলাকৰ যেটা Gettish ইন্টিগ্রাল ভ্যালু উলিয়াবলৈ কয় তাৰ লেফট থকা ইন্টিজাৰ বিলাক কনসিডাৰ কৰিবা তেনলে -0.5 ৰ Gettish ভ্যালু কিমান হ'ব -1 এটা আমি কাৰ ভ্যালু পালো কাৰ ভ্যালু পাইছো that is f naught g of half is equal to -1 palu. Now let us try to find out the value of g naught f of car minus half for value. Same procedure. G of f of minus half. From the definition only. G of f of minus half. So g. It f of x likhia hoise. So আমি f of ভিতৰ পৰা সিম্পলিফাই সদায় ভিতৰ ফলৰ পৰা সিম্পলিফাই কৰি হেব লাগে যেনেকে বদমাছৰ যেনেকে ভিতৰৰ ফলৰ পৰা ব্ৰেকেট বিলাকৰ কাম কৰি আহো similarly in case of the composite function you have to simplify the steps or you have to simplify the functions from the inner side only. So আমি তেনে ইয়াক সিম্পলিফাই কৰিম f of x মানে কিমান দেখাইছে Gettish integer of f of x মানে Gettish integer of x তেনে f of x মানে Gettish integer of x Gettish integer minus half g মই আকো বা লিখি দিছো minus half মানে -0.5. What is the Gettish integer value of -0.5? কিমান দেখাইছিল এটো হলে -1 হ'ব তেনে g of -1 পালো it is g of x লিখা দেখাইছে what is the from the definition what is the value of g of x modulus of x -1 g of x মানে modulus of x -1 কিন্তু আমাৰ x মানে কিমান আছে আমাৰ x মানে কিমান দেখাইছে modulus of x -1 আমাৰ x মানে কিমান হয় এটো -1 হয় -1 তেনে -1 আমি জানো যে modulus আমাক সদায় পজিটিভ ভ্যালু দিয়ে সাইন টো সদায় পজিটিভ কৰি দিয়ে কিন্তু নিউমেৰিকেল কোৱান্টিটি সেমে থাকিব modulus of -1 মানে 1 -1 what you have got 0 are they equal oh now আমাক ভ্যালু বেলেগে উলিয়াব কৈছে কি উলিয়াব কৈছে f naught g of half minus oh sorry কি দিছিলে মই কোৱেশ্চনটো অলপ পাহৰি গৈছো f naught g of half minus g naught f of g naught f of minus half value dise. What is the value of f naught g of half? F naught g of half mane kiman dekhaise? Minus 1 minus. And g naught f of minus half? G naught f of minus half mane kiman dekhaise? G naught f of minus half mane amak dekhaise je kiman dekhale etu 0. So 0 bahai dilu, answer kiman aise? Minus 1. Very simple steps are there. Just bostu bilak buji loi koribole hika. Any what function will be given to us, we don't have any idea. But if we have the basic idea about the properties or the method or the concepts, then obviously we can easily simplify any question related to composite function. What is the domain of the composite function? Domain of the first function. Compose koile jitu function first function hisabe consider kora hoy, tar domain to composite function of domain hoy. And what is the codomain of the composite function? Second function to jitu codomain hetu composite function to codomain hoy. Composite means what? Composition of two or more functions. Okay? Already we have got it. This one is minus 1. So let us consider another example. Our beleg question was say, ami beleg eta question koi show paru. So many different questions are there. We'll explain step by step. So I will explain this question in the next lecture. Okay, one question is there. F is a function of real number to real number. We can easily simplify f of x is equal to get this of x. It is given. Oh, sorry, modulus of x. It is given to us. You have to show that f not f is equal to f. Okay. So you have to try yourself. If you have any doubt, then you can message me. I will try to reply your message. Thank you so much for watching my video. Thank you so much once again.